As you've been watching it's been probably a year and a half since we last talked, what do you think of sort of the movement that's continued apace to get rid of these gender differences that you've been seeing in society more broadly?
It's very strange because it's science denialism. And the left is all about science until it comes to gender. And once it comes to gender, they don't want to hear about studies. They don't want to hear about genetic differences between males and females. They don't want to hear about preferences or any studies that show that people with higher testosterone tend to go towards certain activities. People with lower ones tend to go. They don't want to hear about that. They want this weird thing where you're not even having the Boy Scouts anymore. You just have the Scouts. Like there's this bizarre desire to eliminate gender as even a variable. It's very weird, and I don't know why. I don't know where it's going. I don't know what's causing it. I suspect it's people that don't enjoy certain aspects of male versus female competition or male versus male competition, and the way that they feel like they could sort of diminish that is to try to make the whole subject seem like as if it's fruitless and there's nothing there. Let's leave it on. There is no difference. It's a weird time when it comes to discussing gender. Like gender, all of a sudden, which was something that was just, oh, there's a boy, there's a girl. I mean, our whole life, within the last half a decade, it's become this hugely politically charged subject where like I saw, my wife was reading this thing that she had to fill out today, and she goes, look at this. She goes, it says, what do I identify with, male or female? It's like, state your sex. It used to be state your sex. Now it's what do you identify with? And I'm like, okay, what percentage of the people are we placating with this?
Yep.
Like who are...
And it's so bizarre, it actually has medical consequences. So I know a lot of doctors because I've said many times my wife is a doctor, and there are cases now where doctors are walking into a room and it says on the chart that somebody is of a particular sex and they're not of that sex because they're writing the sex they perceive themselves to be. Well, that changes your diagnosis. You have a completely different body. So I heard a story about one patient who came in and was having lower abdominal pain. Well, if you're a boy versus you're a girl, that's gonna make a pretty large difference into how that diagnosis goes. Like, shouldn't at least a doctor know what sex you're born with? It's totally wild, and it's all this attempt to level, I think, everything, the attempt to just get rid of natural differences between human beings and pretend they don't exist. Like we all want everybody to obviously have equal rights and equal liberties, but that's not the same thing as saying that everybody is going to be equally strong in a fighting ring.